Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for i5 for the iPhone is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
This episode of i5 for the iPhone is brought to you by Lantronix, maker of the Xprint server. Print from your iPad, iPhone, or any iOS device to virtually any printer. For more information, visit xprintserver.com/twit and enter the code TWIT to receive free shipping on your order. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of i5 for the iPhone. Potentially the best one ever, but you guys are the judge of that. I'm Sarah Lane, and this is the show where we pick 5 of the best iPhone apps, news, tips, and tricks, and pass them along to you. We took last Monday off to celebrate the United States of America's great presidents, past, present, and future. But now we're back, we're all rested up, and we're ready to go. Number 1. When we set out to do this show, we didn't really expect to be covering so many calendar apps, but they just keep rolling out, and I can't help myself. The latest is called Sunrise. It's built by a couple of former Foursquare employees, and it combines your Google Calendars, your contacts, and your events, and manages to be beautiful all at the same time. So once you import your calendars, you've got a list view of everything that's happening over the next couple weeks. Click into any event to learn more, or if an address is involved, you can swipe right to get Google Maps directions. That is handy. By the way, it's Google Maps by default. You can change that to Apple Maps if you want to. Yeah. If you need to add an event, that's pretty straightforward. All the categories are there. But if you hold down the plus sign, you can enter an event quickly using natural language, and Sunrise will format it for you. Works really well. I tried it a few times. I also like how little event icons are smart enough to show me a fork if an event includes a food term, or a telephone icon if an event requires me to call into a conference line, let's say. That's smart. And by connecting Sunrise to LinkedIn and Facebook, when I have an event coming up, I'm able to pull in contact photos automatically. With Facebook, I also have a quick way to say happy birthday to somebody without ever leaving Sunrise the app. It'll also periodically give me weather updates. Very impressive design. The downside for those of us who like a calendar like Apple's iCal or maybe Exchange is that, at least for now, Sunrise is really focused just on Google Calendars. And if you don't use Facebook, well, you're not going to get much out of the events compatibility portion either. I do think this is the future of how we plan out our lives, though. You import all the right stuff into a single place, it looks good, and it behaves intelligently. And it's free. Number 2, got a duh tip from Jesse in Ohio with a little follow-up to a previous duh tip we gave about making your iPhone's passcode more complex. Take it away, Jesse.
Hey Sarah, on episode 27 you gave us a duh tip about changing a simple password into an alphanumeric password. However, there's actually a really nice built-in feature that allows you to change from simple to a more complex password, but still maintain that digit-only keyboard on the lock screen, which is very convenient, especially if you're trying to unlock your phone early in the morning when your alarm clock's going off. And I'd like to show you how that feature works right now. Okay, so first step, like you said, turn simple password off. Okay, so from here you'll need to toggle to the next keyboard, and then from here you can choose 5 or more digits, and to keep it simple I would choose 5. For example, you could do 5 zeros, which I wouldn't recommend, but... Okay, so when the phone's unlocked, slide, and then you still have the digit-only keyboard. Hit your passcode, hit OK, and you're unlocked.
Thank you, Jesse. Great tip. Hadn't even thought of that. Keep the numbers, but make the string longer and therefore more secure. Just promise me you won't choose anyone's birthday as your passcode, unless it's the great 11th President of the United States, James Polk. Actually, no, I just ruined it. Number 3. There are lots of apps designed to read the news to you, but an app called Winston stands out, at least as far as I'm concerned. I first showed this off on iPad Today, another glorious show that I host here on the Twit Network. And it got a lot of attention, so I figured, well, i5 viewers might love it if you hadn't already seen it on iPad Today. So here's how it works. Once you have Winston installed, you tell him what you're interested in, a main category like tech, or a specific publication like All Things D. You also link to your Twitter and your Facebook accounts, and then you let Winston read the news to you.
Mike Lofgren, longtime Republican Senate
What's
staffer.
interesting is that for articles, Winston doesn't just read the whole thing. He reads the first paragraph or so, and then he moves on to the next one. The point is to get a sense of what's going on, a lot like story updates in a newscast. But if you want to stay on the article, you want to read the whole thing, you can go ahead and click into the full text and read from there. What I really love is how Winston tries to figure out social updates from my friends and accounts I follow.
Here are the most recent Twitter updates. Billy Eichner shared a tweet about powdered wigs. Breaking news tweeted about Las Vegas fracas. Anthony DeRosa is all at Twitter about Andrew Sullivan. Thank you for watching the Twitter channel.
It's not a perfect system, but I like where this app is going. Winston's polite, it's got a nice little robot voice, and if you like the way the app looks, you can AirPlay it to your Apple TV. You can sit back and you can get the news. Hey, let's thank our sponsor, Lantronix, maker of the Xprint server. Ever want to print a document or file from your iPhone? Xprint server enables wireless printing from your iPhone or your iPad or your iPod Touch. It eliminates the need to print through apps or install annoying software or have to email yourself documents for printing. I hate that. And it works with the USB or network printer you already own, whether it's wired or wireless. You just open it up, plug it in, and you print. The Home Edition is $99 and supports up to 8 USB and 2 network printers. If you want unlimited network printers, you want the Network Edition for $199. It's perfect for a home office and includes many network admin features like Active Directory support. Hey, you got printers, you've definitely got iOS devices if you're watching this show, and from now on, they should all be compatible. Go to xprintserver.com/twit for more information and then to buy. We got a special offer for you because that's what we like to do. Use the coupon code TWIT to receive free shipping on your order. Remember, visit xprintserver.com/twit and at checkout, enter the coupon code TWIT. Number 4. We've covered the personal growth space here on i5 in past episodes. 2 particular apps come to mind, Lyft and Well. Do you remember? If not, you should watch our archives. But a new free app called Everest caught my attention recently. And I think when used correctly, it can really help you live your dreams and achieve your personal goals, which is exactly what the app claims to do in the App Store. It's pretty cool. I started by exploring goals that people had already added to the pool. So travel to every continent. It's actually a goal of mine that I care about very much, and somebody had already created it, so I just went ahead and added it for myself. What's nice is that because I don't have a specific date to accomplish this goal, it's categorized as a dream. It's something that I want to do someday, but I can add steps towards achieving this dream, like, for example, go to Africa. When I tackle this very important step, I can just swipe right to mark it done. I can make notes for myself within any of my dreams or add photos or anything that just kind of keeps me going, keeps me motivated. Now, some of us need a little bit more of a kick in the pants on some of this stuff, right? We have dreams and we'll never achieve them. So the challenges area kind of takes it up a notch. For example, if I want to achieve a professional goal, like remembering the names of everyone I meet, and that's something that I meet a lot of people in this line of work and I don't know anybody's name. I can do this challenge, I can commit to it, then I can also commit to the required steps and create a new dream for myself. As always, self-improvement apps that help us, I don't know, lose weight or travel more or just in general be better people are useless without our own motivation. You have to want to do it. Everest won't accomplish your dreams for you, but I think it's the perfect way to take them seriously and take action. Finally, we're on to number 5. We got an email from Edwin, who has an autocorrect trick that might make you pull out less of your hair. He writes, when I accidentally misspell a word often enough, my phone thinks it's something I made up. For example, one of my many common errors was writing coking instead of coming. It happened so often that my phone eventually stopped correcting it because it thought I wanted to say coking. So I found a little trick that I used to get around this without having to compromise by turning autocorrect off. You go into Settings, General, Keyboard, and then Shortcuts. For the phrase, I enter the correct spelling, and for the shortcut, I enter the incorrect spelling. So now, every time I spell a certain word wrong, my phone thinks it's just the shortcut to another word, and now it corrects it every time. Very tricky trick, Edwin, but also a very good one. Take control of your own misspellings, own them, and never again have to say, damn you, autocorrect! And another episode of i5 for the iPhone is in the can. That sounds familiar. Where do I know that from? Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to auto-download this show every week, just hit the subscribe button at twit.tv/i5. That's where you'll find all of our apps and story links too. Email us questions or tips or app ideas or your mom's favorite apple pie recipe to i5@twit.tv. Leave us a voicemail at 614-ON-I5 or send us a video with an app review of your own. I'm Sarah Lane, and I'll see you next week on i5 for the iPhone.